Hello folks, I wanted to update this Nova build that I have here. I made a video of it when I had bad quality on the PS4, so I thought I'd update it here and show what I use and why I use it. You're probably looking at the shields off the rip thinking, why have you got small shields when you've got damage reduction in R1 through? But once you get to a level so high, the damage reduction doesn't matter anymore because I like to have all my builds set up. So I don't need to go in and change mods or setups, things like that. I'm lazy, I don't have time for that. So with shield gating ability, shield gating stuff like mods and brief respite, and we will build this shield up to around 1,000 in normal steel path, where they'll probably have a struggle to break that shield down. And then once we outscale damage reduction due to cascades and high levels, we can just go to the traditional gating setup where casting the one, which we're going to be doing periodically anyway, to stack up arcane hotshot, and casting other abilities periodically should buff that shield back up to a high level. So we should survive completely fine with it. So this is the shards I've got. I suppose this is a flex slot, you can put what you want there. I think this feels really good for when we get into high levels. So I recommend keeping this shard in. But do what you want, remove that if you want to. Now, as for mod wise, what have we got here? Good strength, good range, good duration. Now, I suppose the strength can be dropped because all we care about is the damage reduction on that. But me having higher strength is making this stronger, which you can use now and then. If I were to drop that, I wouldn't be able to full gate back off that, so that's another reason why I have this high strength. And energy is not an issue. So, this is the setup I have here. Hotshot is going to be constantly procced. And we'll be shield gating more than enough shields back with these two. Molecular fission, going to store charges. Neutron stars going to put heat damage in the one. We're going to be able to slow enemies or speed them up with this, which makes her fantastic for every game mode. Nourish, free viral, which will create this to be blast, viral, heat. Crazy damage. This will be procs from our Diriga, for passive energy regen as well. This is the Diriga setup. It's the same for every frame that I choose to use it on. I use it on basically everybody, unless I'm playing Varuna, who has a dog for the mecha set. We will periodically get our shields back with this too. Freeze the room. Just great priming all around. I can't recommend this highly enough, it's just excellent. Passive heat for hotshot here. More shield regen here, it just works perfectly. This doesn't really matter, swap this out for an electric mod. You really do not need this here. So, from now, I'm going to take this with me. Damage, critical damage, toxin, multiplicative with damage sources, so merciless damage here will multiply with aptitude. Relative magnetic heat, because you can't go wrong with it. The despair. This is the Riven, swap out for whatever you want. We'll get a bit of overguard here if we want it. Here for just some movement speed and a bit of nuking if we want to do it. And let's jump into disruption with her. Instead of just a boring survival, which I always do. Oops. So used to it. We'll go here. And in my opinion, Nova is the best frame in the game. Not my favourite, but she's the best frame in the game because you can take her anywhere and she's going to outperform most frames in that situation. She's like the Navy SEAL of Warframes. She can be the best at everything she does, but she's not my favourite.
Operator, incoming transmission. It's from Fortuna.
Allied Faye selling the latest in asset security. Conduits. Put the key in.
And this will function at level cap just fine. You can gate with it, which, like I've already mentioned, is what you want to do once you
goods.
can't be
Can't get them
relying on damage reduction.
ever.
You can gate completely fine.
Leaders Alad sold the tech to will try to kill ya.
Where's all these freaks?
Give
There
that
they go.
console the old bypass so we can get this thing started. This isn't your
They're vital on.
Alad B sold the conduits with interference.
Slowing everybody down.
Specifically designed for the cannon. Things might get a little weird. Conduit keys are carried by.
And look at our shield, it's at 420 now. Now that's not exactly a big shield, I know that.
See what they've
But
got.
at least we've got 420 shield now instead of 70.
First key. Right. Find a matching conduit.
What we really want to do here, I didn't bring a primer, but it should be an issue. Yeah, no issue. And once we've killed a few of these demolists, we'll replicate survival by just hanging around and showcasing our survivable enemies. So everybody's slowed enough around this or CC'd from Diriga where they don't really become a threat. You know, we can nuke them with the one as well. Our hotshot's permanently stacked up. You know, we're nuking pretty well with just hitting them with our one ability as well. Probably should have brought a primer for the disruption, but you know, we're going to do enough damage, it should be an issue at this levels. Yeah, completely no issue. So take what you want. Now look at our shields up at 954. So it's going to be quite beefy, enough to take a few hits. By the time we've took that few hits and dealt with enemies around us, you know, we're probably casting another ability. Yep, we're up to 1,000, and you know, we're going to be able to just keep this up in base steel path, but it's not really going to be an issue. And then if it does break, we'll gate it back straight away. But if you don't like this sort of gating setup and you're only bringing this into normal steel path, of course, put redirection or prime redirection in. But like I said, I like to have this set up to do every sort of game mode I wanted to. Didn't get any of my stocks for dead here, merciless. So the gun didn't feel as good. But we'll stack it up, then we'll kill a demolist with it. Like you've seen it, one tapped him with alt fire. But to be fair now, we don't have damage reduction, so everything's going to be one tap and everything. So you can come in here with dog shit weapons and do absolutely well compared to before, which doesn't feel as good. So I liked having dedicated, strong, multiplicative CO weapons. Now everything can do the job. So for her second ability, shoot it, cast it, and it's going to do big damage. Find a group of enemies to use it on. You could keep her portals, her third instead if you prefer that. You know, she cast portals which you can jump through, and they'll teleport you through them. I've never bothered to use them, so I like to keep the two in case someone is silly and you could.
Right, they're having a go. Keep the demos away from that conduit.
I'll get rid of this guy. And stocks, where is he? Here he is. I won't bother with the stocks, we'll be fine. Should be anyway. I should have took something to freeze him, but I didn't, because I'm an idiot. If they were primed, they'd die in one bullet probably. So let's find groups of enemies. There's not really much people going about here. So if I shoot, just cast it out, shoot it, then recast it. Big damage, kills everything. Really fun in a big group of enemies. We'll go on Acolyte, we'll see how we do with him, with double damage. I'm casting our 1 ability on him. Right. Oh, you can hit us with that. Oh, he hit us again, is he? Where is he? And he's dead. Brown bread, dead. So the Trumna's a fantastic gun. Multiplicative CO, just absolutely beautiful. Massive, massive damage. As you probably already know, because it's well loved. And we've got some overguard now. Despair, super good weapon. Just wipes everything out relatively easy. We'll knock out this last guy. We'll go take some other weapons and Nova. We'll jump into survival. Look at that, just absolutely obliterated. And we've got this beautiful outfire. It's just going to bounce around and do millions of damage. So we'll go grab some other weapons I love on Nova. We'll go into survival. And we'll show really how strong the two can be when we shoot it and send in a group of enemies. So let's take the Acarius, because it feels really good in her. And let's take the Arca Plasma, a classic, a great gun, a beautiful gun. Just look at him. Stunning weapon. What have I got here? I have got magnetic and heat. And what melee weapon could we take? Let's take the Geophysis. It's going to work well with her. Electric, gas, vital, magnetic, and a massive AoE. Should work quite good. We've got also this nice little passive here. Just a viral ribbon. Carius. We have multiplicative CO on it. Damage multiplicative with this and this. So the base damage sources will multiply with this instead of being additive. Really, really strong. And the Arca Plasma is the exact same. So they're both going to do really great. So let's just go into survival and show how good this can be. Actually, I think we'll want to go in a more clumped up area. So we'll go down here.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it.
This is the exact same Nova build I've took to level cap in the Cascade runs I've posted. It's just I wanted to update it and, you know, make it better quality.
Cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
So caster 1, slow these guys down, most of them will be nuked. Instantly stack hot shot up to 50 stacks. And You know, just crazy damage, bouncing around in the corridors, killing everything. Really, really crazy damage. Look at that. So a base steel path, this is definitely enough adequate damage to just wipe everything out. Shoot the ball, pass it out, you know, it blows everybody up. Lots and lots of damage. 8 million. And like we said, you know, the Diriga is going to be CCing everybody with cold radiation. We're going to be slowing them down, so they're not really going to care about us that much. That's how we can build our shield up to 1,000 quite quickly. And if we do take a few hits, you know, it'll take a little while for it to go down. See, and we just cast it again. We can speed these guys up if we want, but of course we wouldn't want to do that in this situation. We want to slow them down. So I would hold past it.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
It's a really easy time running about. We want defense, obviously, when we've got a squad of people, we would speed them all up. And that would get the defense done a lot quicker. If you were in interception, you'd slow them down. It's mobile defense, you'd speed them all up. Vicarious is multiplicative on direct hits. Big damage. Get Vorin. Get this loser, hurry up. We're always going to have enough energy to keep this gating up. You know, we're always going to be able to spam the one now and then. Keep it up, keeping hot shot up.
Get ready for a capsule.
Just have constant loops of energy where we're never really in any danger. You know, look at us, we'll wipe everything out before really they can get the chance to shoot us. Come on, board, shut up. Where are you? Let's see what he is.
Additional life support has arrived.
The Tenno are lost, and they will resist. But I, Thor, will cleanse them.
There he goes. He's wiped out. Probably passively from my orbs, seeking him out and hitting him. And the spamming of the Arcadius, which we can keep up indefinitely with ammo because, you know, we're getting so many kills, there's just ammo everywhere.
Now I am changed, reborn from the energy of the
Shoot that, then cast it out. Again, we can do a lot of damage, but you're better with a shotgun. You know, look at that. Shotgun's much better. The guns are just going to melt acolytes very easily. Shoot this, cast it. Boom. Charge up again. And the group of enemies over there. Oop, missed them. So, cast it out. Right, look at that. Instant nuking of enemies. And as for a weapon, melee weapon wise, you're going to slow everybody down, you're going to put gas in them. Influence is going to proc and it's just going to go ham. No problem killing people. Obviously with Nova you can use whatever melee weapon you want. Parados takes some beating because it's really good stats. You can get it early in the Zaraman. It's got your passive movement buff and parkour velocity, so you can't really go wrong with it, can you?
This will help our cause. Glad you need it. Extraction is ready.
I just chose the dual Viscus because I think it feels really good in every frame. Especially with condition overload and all the priming we have from the Diriga, and us doing heat, viral, blast on every enemy that gets near us. That's already 3 status effects on them if they live, and they get 1 tapped from this. So I think that'll do for the Nova update. Showed it, I didn't go into too deep, didn't go and do a cascade run, put any footage in, but I will probably do a Nova cascade soon. I've done them before, I've done multiple ones, and there's a few of them on my page, and it's this build that I've always used. So cheers for watching, bye bye.